So I mute the microphone so we can get the show started.
Shadow Smokers Legion.
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 Shadow Smokers Legion for life.
Shadow Smokers Legion!
Shadow Smokers Legion.
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 Shadow Smokers Legion. And yes, I need a haircut.
Shadow Smokers Legion, baby. And for those that you couldn't understand that.
Shadow Smokers Legion!
Okay. Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. We have Martin, Joseph, Albert, and James on the other side, where they are muted and blocked by my own screen. They can't see it though, but it's blocked. Okay, it's blocked. I need to open the light a little bit. This place is too dark all the time. Yeah, here we go. So, I have James Wilcox is on, Quick 30 is on, and I'm moving the camera here and there so that I can see my own screen. It's like crazy. This is crazy. Anyway, that should be good enough where I don't have to get blocked by anything. All right. So,
Ooh, Sherry joined.
Sherry had joined us too, and yeah, people on the other side. It's gonna take a little bit. I want to get the agenda in today and talk about this thing I want to talk about before we go to our group chat. And of course, my ashtray is full, so I had to find another ashtray at this moment. Yes, I did not clean up the ashtray last time when I was doing that. So what I wanted to talk about is, I saw Bob's video. And he's been talking about Safari style. And I don't know if you guys have watched my suffering video of me smoking the nasty Frida backwards. And literally, it was nasty. Okay? Like, it lived up to its name. Nasty Frida was nasty. No doubts about that. So, I thought it was pretty cool. And we saw, Jewish Day and stuff like that talking about the Safari style. And that is the Safari style, right? So Safari style is cool, and given and why we're talking about that, I will smoke this Punch Habano today, backwards. Yeah. Here we go. Now, why people on the other side is watching, and what people on the chat room is watching. I wanna do something fun about this, because I think there's only one legit term for this style of smoking, which is Safari style, right? Have you guys all watched that video before? People over there? Yeah, right? You watched that video, and Bob just, lately, I think Bob just posted a new video where, we get to see how, what Jewish Day, doing their interview to talk about the Safari style. This is like a whole 2-hour segment, talking about Safari style. So, Safari style is legit. However, I don't think Bob is, or anybody that we know of, is the first one that ever came up with that idea, right? Now, Cigar has been here for what? A few hundred years, maybe? Right? A few hundred years? I think over that few hundred years, there's gotta be some crazy people, for the sake of science, decide to smoke their cigar backwards. Right? I think that happens. I really think that happens. So, they didn't name it anything. I don't know. And in fact, I think back in the day, cigar probably don't have a cap. I think the cap came after, right? When they first rolled cigar, they didn't go like, you know what? I'm gonna find something, glue the cap on there. They probably just rolled it and smoked it, right? So I think that's what's going on back in the days. And since nobody named anything, I think it was pretty cool that, Bob came out with the term Safari style. So I'm gonna call it Safari style, and I hope you guys call it Safari style too. Now, if I didn't learn anything about crazy people, I would have said this, but once upon a time, some guy decided to do this weird smoking, eyes popped up, hanging cigar thing picture. All right, I don't know if you guys are talking about, but that picture bothered the crap out of me because everybody started doing it. Everyone, I couldn't stop anybody doing it. I could not stop it. It doesn't matter how I bribe people, they will not stop. It will not stop. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. In the end, we went with it. Okay, we went with it. We call it shadow gaze. Shadow gaze. And I think we need to get this to catch on too. You know, since like I had some legit people already say this is what it is. It's catching up. So we should do this. Okay, we should do this. We're gonna run a big event. Some sort of event. The winner will get a Shadow Smokers Legion care package, and it doesn't have to be Shadow Smokers Legion members to do this. Okay, so what we're gonna do is anybody who watched this at all, and you should thumbs up this this particular video, and people should watch nothing more than the first 30 minutes because after the first 30 minutes, things go out of control every time with the chat room. So people do not watch past the first 30 minutes, okay? And basically just listen to this rule. You share this video to one of your friends or something like that, and you are going to smoke your cigar backwards. You gotta smoke your cigar backwards. You gotta take your picture of you smoking the cigar backwards. I don't care, however you want to take it. Take a picture of it. You post that picture either on Instagram, Facebook, whatnot, and you can do it as many times as possible between now and the end of July. You can do it as many times as possible, all right? And each one count as one entry, all right? And you must hashtag. Let's come out with the hashtag. Well, obviously you want to hashtag Safari style, right? Hashtag Safari style, and you throw in another hashtag. Let's say, I don't know, to catch on. Let's do the real Safari style. Let's do the real Safari style. So you hashtag Safari style, and then you hashtag the real Safari style. Okay, 2 hashtags. So you can post it anywhere, Instagram, Facebook. I'm just gonna search for that hashtag. It doesn't matter where you post it. You don't have to post it in Shadow Smokes Legion if you don't want to. Post in other groups. So long as I find it with that hashtag, I count as one entry. Again, you don't have to be a Shadow Smokes Legion member. Okay? But it would really help if you're not a Shadow Smokes Legion member and you make that post on Instagram, you actually tag Shadow Smokes Legion. That will help me find it. Like, the keys for me to find it. If I don't find it, it doesn't count. Right? And you do that, the winner will be randomly chose. I would just pull everything together into a thing, do a randomized draw. One person will win. And if you're not a Shadow Smokers Legion member, I will just make an announcement on one of the episodes who won, and contact me if you do. All right? So that's the whole deal. That's the whole deal. Easy enough, right? Easy enough, right? It doesn't cost you anything. It might cost you a taste bud. Your taste bud might be ruined forever for smoking a cigar backward. I am not responsible for that. Okay? I'm not responsible for that. But you can win something. You can win something. All right, so I need to light this up. I talk too much. I haven't light anything up yet. Okay, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna let the chat room voice go through. So say hi from the chat room. Let's start with Martin, then Joseph, then Albert, then James, then Sherry, then Gary, and then Matt. Too many people.
What's
but
going on, everybody?
Hey, everyone.
Hey, how y'all doing?
There we go. Who's next? Who's next? Come on. You gotta follow the chain, right? Follow the chain.
They can't see your screen, Tony. They don't know what the order
But I already named the chain. You just had to know who's before you.
I was last, so.
Oh, who said who? Joseph said it. Albert said it. James next.
Yeah, good morning, everybody.
There we go. And then Sherry.
That was Sherry.
Hey, everybody.
And then Gary.
Hey, have a good one, everyone.
And then Matt.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How
See,
you doing?
here we go. See, next time we need to better choreograph this thing, okay? At least pretend you can follow that instruction. But here we go.
This is too late to decide to go do the Safari stuff.
Yeah. Well. See, here's the thing. If you want to cut that end off and start smoking on the other side, I am not gonna, I am not gonna argue that. But chances are you will not have a taste bud after that, okay? I'm looking at this, I'm like, do I really want to smoke this backward? Yes, I do. But yeah, I'm gonna smoke it. I'm gonna smoke it. Here. I get a cutter. I think when you smoke a Safari style, you really don't want to cut the cap. But if you don't cut the cap, you have no draw. So I'm gonna cut a little bit, just so that you can burn through it. Okay, here we go.
You gonna smoke that woody Safari style?
Absolutely not. Even though it'll be much easier to light it and cut it, because there's no way to cut that big thing. I don't even know how I'm gonna cut it. So yeah, I will figure it out. I'll figure it out.
Get a sawzall.
Honestly, I've said this many times. It should taste the same, only because, just think of it this way, okay? If you gotta cook a dish, you add salt first and then add soy sauce after that, or add the soy sauce, then add salt after that, it's gonna taste the same. So, you're smoking the same material, you should taste the same. But I think this is a good way to really screw with people's mind. Just so that people will say, hey, do you know you're smoking things backwards? And you're like, no. That's how we smoke it back in the Safari. You're smoking it wrong. That would really mess people up, I think. Especially if something like, if you're in that particular lounge that you go to for quite a while now, like you are a regular, that everybody knows you. And all of a sudden, just sit down, very casually, light the other end and start smoking it. And see how many people actually say, hey, you smoked the thing the wrong way.
James, you're gonna smoke that Bahike Safari style?
No, I'm gonna smoke the heat.
Where'd you find that crusty bone?
So we have Kat here too. We have Kevin Properly. Let's see. Fernando says we're up to 382 sub, only 118 more to go for the Woody. Here's the thing, Fernando, I can tell you that by the time we get almost 500, I'm gonna say something so controversial, like 100 people will unsubscribe. That's very easy to do.
Or 200 may subscribe.
Right? I have the magic power to get people unsubscribe. I can tell you that. I have that.
I think that should be 500 people subscription or 500 people cut from the group.
If it's 500 people cut from the group, we should probably meet it by next cut. I didn't think it's that weird to cut people out of the group, because if they're not here, there's kind of no point to have people in the group, right? Activity is what a group is for. It's like join a gym but never go to the gym. Alright, don't tell me you never done that before. Some of you probably done it. Subscribe to a gym, didn't go there for 6 months, and realized you had to cancel a year later.
What's the gym?
The place where you pick things up and put them down. Okay?
Sounds like
Oh, a bar.
Sounds like
See, I taste nothing different about this cigar. It still tastes like a Punch Habano. Yeah, it tastes like Punch Habano. And it's the same thing. And it really doesn't make that much different unless your cigar is tapered, I think. Like if your cigar is tapered one way, so one end is bigger than the other, then yeah, it might make some difference. Not a lot of difference. It might make some difference. But if it's just like a same gauge all throughout, I don't think it's gonna change much. What do you guys think?
It depends if you got the same tobacco throughout the cigar, or you got different tobaccos in different sections of the cigar.
But that's the thing though. When they make the cigar, they bunch them together. It's not like this part has a different cigar the leaf than this part, because they.
Yes, it does. They do exactly that. They tear the leaves in half and inverts and put different parts in different places.
Some do, yeah, absolutely.
That's the one that I'm talking about, the taper ones. If it's like thin throughout, it it really doesn't make that much difference. Because if you do that, the cigar ash will fall at a certain point all the time.
You don't have to taper it to split the tobacco up.
If the tobacco is different from here to here, right? They have to cut it somewhere in between, right? And then bunch them together and roll it. But if that's the case, when you burn through that end of that tobacco, shouldn't that ash fall down every single time?
Only it's never completely different. They just take a couple of leaves and they just split them up in thirds and
kind of weave it in.
Mix and match.
I would think
And they-
Entabado would be the same throughout because it's rolls, right?
Say that again?
Entabado style would be the same throughout because it's tubes rolled into tubes, right?
Yeah, but that's like if it's taper, I can understand some part has more tobacco, certain tobacco versus the rest of it. But if they're the same size, I seriously doubt that there's that much precision going through. Like, you know, make sure the bottom of your end over here has one more tobacco than the others. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you just see them the way they roll it, yeah, they kind of see like I need 2 pieces of this, 2 pieces of that, 3 pieces of this. Bond them together. You know, I understand that. I see that part all the time. But if you say, I'm going to get these, I'm going to only go get a little tip of this and put it on the bottom, I haven't seen that before, so.
Well, I have seen that in a few videos, so maybe you need to see some more YouTube videos of
Right?
people rolling.
But either way, it should still be the same because you're still smoking for the same thing.
That's the thing.
The transitions will come differently.
Transition might be if that's like where they exactly put it, right? It like I mean, so whatever you smoke the first third will be the last third, right?
If you're smoking a cigar that's got transitions and you smoke it backwards, you're gonna have the transitions
Backwards, right? So that I agree, that I perfectly agree.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: in the end, you still get that 3 transition. The transition to that point will be the same, right? So section 1 will be the same as section 3. Backwards.
No, not necessarily.
Backwards.
Go into a deep thought. It should. Individually, it should. Individually, it should. With the exception that you gotta say, okay, because section 1 had to go through section 2 and 3 to get to you smoking it straight correctly. And when you smoke it backward, you're not gonna get that. But I really think that, you know, that cold draw isn't gonna make that much of an impact. I don't know. I really think that even if you smoke it backwards, it would not feel like a totally different cigar. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
It depends on the way
Depends on the blend.
Right. It would depend on the blend, but majority of the time.
all the time it would depend on the blend.
Majority of the time, most cigars are gonna taste the same. Especially bundles.
Yeah.
Right? You know, can we agree on that? Bundle cigars, like, you know, those like single flavors throughout cigars, they are gonna be the same.
Not much sense in smoking the bundle safari style.
But most people probably will smoke the bundle safari style as to, like, you know, get an Andalusian bowl and smoke it out backwards.
The Andalusian bowl might give you different.
Yeah,
different
you might get
taste
sick. You might get sick a lot later, because the taper end will be at the end now.
Yeah. That is going to be a. Yeah.
So today I went to shop for whiskeys. I didn't see anything good, so I ended up picking up, Maker's Mark, because I got one of those stickers to stick onto it, which I thought was fun. And I know that was like the only reason to pick up a Maker's Mark, because I'm not a fan of Maker's Mark, to be really honest with you. I mean, their thing is cool. Their, whole thing is all waxed up, individually waxed. It's pretty cool, but the drink doesn't impress me all that much. So, but I bought it. I wanna ask, okay, for you guys, which drink, one drink, okay, mix or not mix, doesn't matter, one drink will be your favorite pairing. It doesn't matter what cigar, okay? The key word is it doesn't matter what cigar. I can give you the worst of the worst cigar. If you pair with that, you'll be happy with.
Probably Screwball.
Screwball. How about
Johnny
the rest
Blue.
of you guys? What did you say, Matt?
Johnny Blue.
Johnny Blue? Johnny Blue or Johnny Blue Ghost? And Rare.
I haven't had the ghost.
Okay. Honestly, I think the regular blue is better than the ghost and rare. So, but then I think green was better than blue. So.
Probably my
I like red too.
You-
King Alexander.
What did you say, Gary?
My King Alexander probably.
King Alexander. By the way, Matt, Johnny Walker Red is not alcohol. It's rubbing alcohol. It's not for drinking.
Yeah. Oh no, it definitely is.
How about Sherry? I think she's gotta say Crown Royal Peach.
That's the one I drink most, but I think I would go with the Basil Hayden I had. That's a good one.
That drink actually tastes a lot like basil. Like literally tastes like basil. So that's actually not bad. I'm surprised that you actually like that flavor to pair with any like cigars. That's different. That's different. Cause that would be something that I'll pair with like salmon dinner. not necessarily a cigar. Because the basil flavor lingers a lot for that you kind of get into the cigar. Okay, and Albert is not available, so we're not gonna bother.
So my egg roll says, fat person not afraid of heights, afraid of widths.
Yes, just ask James.
Yeah, that's me too. I think I would take Centenario 30 year rum.
Which one?
Centenario 30 years.
Oh, something heavy. Okay. Kat says Jack Daniel's apples. Kat, really? That's a woman's drink.
Yep.
I'm not trying to be
Drink.
sexist here, but that is a woman's drink. Okay.
Take a drink that's not meant to drink pure, and then add apples to it so you can drink it pure. You're not drinking it pure.
You're probably better off to get green
Nobody
apple
said
juice.
Fireball, so that's good.
You get green apple juice and add a little bit of Jack Daniels in there. That's what it is.
Fireball.
Please do not insult women.
I did not say I did not insult women on that one. I did not
You said
insult
that's
women.
a woman's drink. Even I won't drink that.
Whoa! Oh!
The only thing I can know worse than Jack Daniel's apple will be Jim Beam apple. So.
Right.
Whoa! Whoa! Okay.
Exactly.
I apologize. I
Jeff likes
sincerely
it, so I should drink
apologize.
that stuff. Jeff likes it.
I sincerely apologize to that. You know, I did not thought about that. Some women wouldn't drink that. Sorry. I gone too fast. Woo! Okay. Yeah.
The safari style's getting to his head.
I can tell you that. That's true.
I'm telling you.
Safari style is definitely not a normal style, right?
Maybe have a brain fart, yeah.
And especially thinking about Safari style, I was watching a show with it's called Space Force on Netflix.
How is that?
You lose brain cell every episode you watch, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah, talk about that.
All right.
Jeff Bezos drink Jim Beam apple.
Right? Like it feels like watching that show feels like drinking Jack Daniel's apple. That's how it feels like. Okay? So I kind of lost some brain cell before I came downstairs. Especially watching that episode where the monkey ate the dog. That's just completely dead. My brain dead when I come downstairs. Right? Brain dead. I literally sat in front of my computer for 10 minutes. Forgetting what I was gonna do. That's why I'm running a little late today. A couple minutes late because I was like, what am I supposed to do today? Oh yeah, that's right.
You probably spent 10 minutes asking yourself why you watched it.
Yeah, because there was no good shows. There's no good show to watch. Suggest me a good show to watch.
Yeah, they're all been watched, man.
Exactly. There's no good show to watch lately. And then, you know, and I was eating dinner, and Albert surprisingly did not text me today. So you know, I gotta turn on the TV to find something to watch. So you know, okay. So Albert, did you tell us what's the drink that you prefer to drink to pair with the cigar? And then here's the key though. That drink has to be your favorite drink that doesn't matter what cigar you have. Could be the crappiest cigar in the world. You'll still pair with that and you'll be happy with it.
There's some rum that James sent me. Project One rum. That's some damn good stuff. I can probably smoke anything with that.
Okay.
It'll make it better. Project One.
Spirit of Old Man, Project One, yeah.
That was it.
Okay, all right. So yeah, that's something different. I guess majority of people will go with whiskey as pairing, and you went with rum. That's not bad. That's not bad.
I like rum. Yeah, rum's good.
Rum is easy to drink. Rum is easier on the stomach too. Rum usually doesn't give you the after. You know, when you drink a whiskey, right? Even if it's a good whiskey, sometimes it kicks your throat a little bit. It's like burn and goes away, right?
Yeah.
And then you got that linger wood notes. But like rum doesn't do that. Rum just goes down. So unless you go really some really heavy rum. I can't think of one rum that really burned me.
And then sometimes it comes back up.
No, it always comes back up. Always
I
comes
didn't have
back up.
trouble with that Glenfiddich XX I was drinking. They didn't come back though.
No, it always comes back up when you burp.
Well, that didn't re-burp that stuff.
Matt, what is going on? Why are you indoors?
Who? Me?
Hashimoto, why are you indoors?
Hashimoto.
Why am I indoors?
Yes, you should be outdoor with 2 Andalusian bowl on your hand.
Smoking one safari style, one.
Yeah, one safari style, one not.
Yeah.
Matt, today I want to see you take that challenge. Smoke a cigar backwards, man. Come on, let's do it. Hashtag safari style. I'm smoking this punch Habano backwards. I want to see you smoke a cigar backwards.
Two Andalusian bowls safari style, yeah.
Safari style? I don't know about that.
Kevin, you just have to wait until July and you'll get to see the whole thing. I promise you it's gonna be nice, okay? Just wait. Don't rush it. Watch, you know, you'll be out there. You'll be out there. So yeah, Matt, smoke something backwards, man. You know you can. You know you want to. Take the challenge.
And then drink Jack Daniels after that.
But
here, Hashimoto.
Don't
Go.
light it on the right end and then smoke it backwards. That's the way.
Hashimoto, this is what you need to do, alright? You need to go back there, okay? And get an Andalusian bowl, light that backwards, and start smoking that backwards. And drink screwballs backwards.
Screwball backwards.
Yeah, you can drink some ball screws.
Tony's been drinking already.
Right?
Pull the margin.
Does that mean you eat some peanuts while you're drinking rubbing alcohol? You ball backwards?
Right?
Gotta do it backwards.
Just drink Johnny Red.
Oh,
yeah, that would be backwards. See? I'm not the only one think Johnny Red isn't a drinkable drink. I'm not the only one. I don't even know why they make it. Even though they're super popular in Asia. Johnny Red is super popular in Asia. Like, everybody buys Johnny Red.
Mix for cola was Johnny Red.
Yeah. That's what a lot of people do because it's so fucking cheap. You can just mix it with anything.
Then why drink that? Might as well just go buy some rubbing alcohol, mix it with the water, and drink it down. Cheaper too. It will save you a few bucks. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Matt, I still don't see a cigar in your hand, man. I still don't see a cigar in your hand.
No.
Johnny Black is good with Coke because then you get a smoky Coke. It's pretty tasty.
Johnny Black is okay. I actually think that's like a beginner's whiskey. Did I call that? Like anybody can drink it and not to be overwhelmed with it.
I can only drink that mixing it with something else.
I can drink Johnny Black straight. There's no problem with that.
I guess you can drink Johnny, anything straight. But...
Well, I guess the word is I can drink Johnny Black straight and somewhat enjoy it.
No, well, I can't.
But the key word is somewhat enjoy it.
Enjoy it with some Coke, though.
James, or is that just because it's peated? Is it because it's peated?
What, Johnny Walker? So
Black.
Johnny Black.
No, I don't have a problem with Pete. No.
Okay, I just wondered if that's why.
But there's like a huge difference between Johnny Green 12 and Johnny Black, and somehow Johnny Blue, and the price is much more reasonable for Johnny Green 12 than Johnny Blue. So it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah, but it's a whole big difference in taste.
While we're talking about whiskey, let's talk about one of Sherry's love drink, Blanton's. How much you guys know about Blanton's?
Oh, I
Blanton's is great.
How many of you collects Blanton's?
I got a bottle for $60 the other day.
Yeah, that's all I paid for here.
That should be the correct MSRP, about 59 to 60 bucks. So.
Yeah, I haven't had the gold though.
So, as far as I know, a lot of people always ask me this when they go out and buy Blintons. That I gotta start collecting Blintons. Blintons has characters on them. It has people collect Blintons for that. But people always ask me, hey, Tony, do you know where I can find some characters for Blintons? I can't find Z. You're not gonna find Z in Blintons. All right? Blinton's character, Blinton only spells out Blintons. So you can only find the character in Blintons. There's two ends. But you can only find Blintons.
If you collect all the way, the whole Blintons, all the way through, then it's one gallop of a horse in a horse race.
Yeah, it's basically the entire movement of the horse runs and wins. That's pretty much it. All right, you're not gonna find 24 different Blintons.
Don't they send you a holder though if you get them all?
Not that I know of.
I thought they did.
Not that I know of. I know that people try to collect them. I know so many people is like, have you seen the Ys? Have you seen the Zs? What about the X? They don't go A to Z. I'm sorry. It feels that way because when you try to start collecting the alphabets, you start to think that no, they only spells out Blinton. And they are all the same. Somehow people think that different character is different Blintons.
They only basically need it in silver and gold.
They all taste the same. That's why I wonder. I wonder if anybody collects Blintons in the group because I don't. I drink them. But
I saved the bottles when I finished drinking them. So
you made it up to the whole entire Blintons yet?
No.
I think there was.
Drink a bottle that quick. It takes me a while.
I forgot which one people think is the hardest to get, but then I think the manufacturers say they all produce the exact same amount of each characters, so something like that.
So then the end would be hard, right? Because you got to get
two ends. There's two ends, yeah. There's actually two different ends. Both has because each one has.
They are different. Okay, yeah, I guess they're gonna be the horse drive.
Yeah, for the horse thing, so there's two different ends that you had to find, but. I thought it was an Asian thing. It's like all the Asians like, hey, English, you must know. Where can I find Z? No, you're not gonna find Z. Why? Because it's rare. I'll pay anything. No, you're not gonna find Z. I'm sorry.
Well, if you turn it inside,
you'll be surprised how many Asians ask me that. Like, when I go visit them, it's like, Tony, just go find me a Z in the U.S. I heard that they only have in the U.S. Right? Go find me a Z. I'm like, dude, there's no such thing as Z.
Sounds like someone was messing with them.
Yeah, because a lot of people just like, oh, I know about Blintons. Yeah, you gotta collect a character A through Z. I have all those, and then you're like,
Yeah, right.
And chances are they probably do have Z somewhere in the counterfeit world. They probably have a Z somewhere.
Yep.
I mean, it's Asian market. I would not be surprised.
I guess after you drink the bottle, you know, you might be seeing Z's.
You know, for all you know, there might be a counterfeit bottle somewhere where you get a Z with the horseman dancing Gangnam style. Who knows?
Why don't you make a Z on your 3D printer?
Because I don't want to get sued. I really don't want to get sued. And Matt, do you have the YouTube chat open? Because Kevin's saying hi.
No, the YouTube chat? No, I don't have anything.
Kevin Corbylees says, Matt, brother, you okay?
Oh, right on. What's up, Kevin? I like Kevin. He's a good dude.
Did you enjoy the meet the other day?
Oh yeah, man. We had a great time, man.
I had to find a way to cut that, you know, that the chanting for Shadow Smokers Legion somewhere in the opening. It's just really annoying because every time when I put something in there, I had to move the entire video. Like all that, I had to resync the back again. Where everybody say Shadow Smokers Legion, I had to resync that entire thing all over again. So like I'm like, no, I don't do this.
Just let James edit that thing, man. He's on vacation.
True. I'm afraid if I give James to edit anything, I probably end up seeing a big Chapin face on it.
Yeah, that's it. You'll watch the video.
I don't ever put Chapin's face on anything.
Said the person that did everything with Chapin's face on it. I can't.
Never do something like that.
I can't. There's credit issue. There's credit issue right there. So yeah.
Well, that one with the cop just kind of fit to him.
No, we had a good time, man. It was cool meeting everybody in person. You know, it's different. You know, I mean, the Zoom has brought us all a little bit closer, but then going actually meeting the guys was actually really cool.
So what would be the reason why you're not coming to the 2021 meet? Put you on the spot right now.
I haven't even looked at the dates. Actually, I didn't say I wasn't coming.
You did.
When?
Why is Michael?
When I asked who won the swag but couldn't show up.
Right. Well, if I don't make it, then I want the swag for sure.
Yeah, you need to show up. You gotta have so much fun. I'm telling you. Besides, we need you. How we gotta protect the rest of the the members from getting arrested if you're not there?
Right.
What? What's that got to do with me?
Diversity? I don't know.
Diversity.
Somebody came up with an excuse. We're actually talking about, we have, the other day, I think who said it, that, if they go to the Central Park, they gotta get mugged. And I say, that's where stereotype works great. All right, stereotyping works great in this situation. No one is going to mess with a group of 40, 50 people coming out of a restaurant all wearing skull in front of their chest. All right, especially that restaurant is gonna look like a chimney for like 2-3 hours. Right, literally that would be, if you have like AccuWeather, satellite view, you gotta see a cloud right on top of that spot. Right? They were like, it looks like it's gonna rain, but I can't tell.
As long as we don't make the Wall Street Journal the Central Park 40.
What?
There won't be any cops left to freaking arrest us, so
we might get in trouble for like what's that, like illegal gatherings or something like that.
All I know is I gotta be is faster than the slowest guy.
Faster than the slowest guy?
Yep.
Who's gonna be the slowest guy, you think?
I don't know. Whoever trips and falls ain't gonna be me.
yeah, whoever freaking Hashimoto trips.
Chapin? Like I say, I think this is what's gonna happen, okay? Everybody, if in case of emergency, everybody will be running, and Chapin will be on the chair like this. With a blow dot. But like we said before, no one's allowed to bring blow dots. Okay? No one's allowed to bring blow dots. I forgot who bring that idea that they gotta bring blow dots. but no one's allowed to bring
Okay.
blow dots.
I
What
don't
about
know.
spit wads? Can we do spit wads?
Say
We
what?
need straws.
Can we do spit wads?
With COVID-19 going on, I would highly suggest you not. I guess.
Well, what's funny is the people that are chuckling right now. That's the funny part right now.
They're actually thinking
Everybody-
about it. They actually thought about it. They actually thought about it.
So I see here, I do have the YouTube chat open now, and I see Quakes asking me why I don't have a cigar. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you have a cigar, man? What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm gonna head over to my friend's house here across the street and hang out and smoke over there.
That doesn't mean you can't have one right now.
Now.
Have a free smoke.
Yeah, when did you become so lightweight that you can't have another smoke before a smoke?
You guys are right. I'm fine. Whatever. Fine. Hold on.
Yeah, here we go.
Yes.
Jeez,
pressure.
Oh yeah.
you had to make us peer pressure into picking up a cigar. God, make me such a
Okay,
bad
then I
person.
won't.
You're making me feel such a bad person.
Then I won't.
No, you need to go pick up a cigar now.
He wants to peer pressure you. He just don't want to feel the pressure of peer pressuring you.
Right. He doesn't want to be the one responsible for all the peer pressure.
Right, yeah.
Peer pressure takes two people. I can't be the only one, man. Peer pressure takes up, two
Yeah,
people.
you want people to join in.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
while
it
we're
is
at
quite
this,
good.
let's talk about who's smoking what, just to make Hashimoto have a better chance of selecting what he should be smoking. All right. So here, let's start with Sherry. Are you smoking anything, Sherry?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
I'm smoking the Perdomo ESB.
Perdomo, yes. And I think Albert is smoking a knob. Cameroon.
Cameroon.
You know that knob Cameroon leaf doesn't actually look like a Cameroon leaf. It's so smooth. It's weird.
It's really good. That's a good cigar.
That is.
Thank you.
And what about Joseph?
You're welcome.
The
Wasn't
Cohiba Red Dot.
Cohiba? Yeah. Okay, next.
Yeah.
Wow, someone's baller smoking a red dot. Okay, and
It's the rising sun.
I think Gary was smoking egg roll, right? He just finished, I think.
Yeah, he was.
But what's next, Gary? What is next?
Oh, maybe a pappy. I'll grab a pappy if you grab a pappy, man.
Hell no, I don't have one. I actually don't have a pappy.
Oh yeah, I owe you one.
I actually don't have a pappy, so I can't do that for you.
I just picked up some more, so.
Quake's got a Southern Draw, Rose of Sharon.
What about Meadow?
Smoking Davidoff Notable.
Davidoff Notable. Good cigar, really oily leaves. Like really oily. It's almost, it's really like, how do I say that? Oily and, you know,
Tight and
it
visible
has
seams.
that feel, the raw feel to it. It's a really good cigar. I like it. You know, that's one cigar that I actually wish that they make a bigger gauge. It's such a good cigar. I actually wish that they make a bigger gauge.
Oh,
on that.
I love that size. Perfect.
It's a little.
I think it was me and Albert. Albert, were you with me when I saw that inch? That was like freaking huge, long, lengthwise.
The inch is
Not
an
even
inch long.
Well, no, I mean the damn thing was like this long, man.
An inch?
Like,
Inch
yeah,
should
the
be
inch-
inch long, man.
No,
Yeah.
An inch is inch long. That's what it's made for.
no, man. They had like 4 or 5
No,
different sizes.
The inch is 60 ring gauge, right? 1 inch.
I
Yeah.
think
It's
so.
in the 60 ring gauge.
Was it a Churchill one?
I don't know, man. It seemed a lot longer than a Churchill. It was long.
I didn't think inch was that long. Well, inch is longer than inch for sure, but inch is it's about a Toro length. No, a little bit longer than a Toro. Not too.
About a Toro, yeah.
It might have been Martin that was with me. That when I showed him, I pulled it out. I was like, "Holy shit!" I never seen that size before.
Quick
I know.
cut up on that one.
I know. I was just gonna say, here we go. I opened the door.
You open the door. That's right.
Yeah, quick cut up on that right away.
especially when we're used to egg rolls, and then you saw the inch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Michael says it's 8.25 by 64. 8.25 by 64.
Holy shit. That thing was huge. Well, God, I gotta quit.
Yeah. You know what will help the situation, Matt? See if you go grab a cigar right now.
I got him in my little travel door.
Go get the travel door. We'll wait. There's different length in the inch blend. Okay. Here's one of the problems with smoking cigar backwards. They unravel as you smoke. They unravel as you smoke them. I don't know. Do I enjoy smoking it backward? Probably not a lot. But for science, right? For science.
For Bob.
For Bob. For Bob, I'll smoke a cigar sideways, okay?
Well, then you'd have to get the egg.
I do have an egg. I've done that before. I almost burned my face, remember?
I got an egg too. I got a couple eggs.
Do it, Matt. Make us proud. Get a cigar.
No pressure.
Here, Matt. You can be a lightweight and go get something very short like an egg roll.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to smoke my egg rolls. I'm leaving those.
Or nub.
Or nub.
Or a nub.
Hashimoto purchased like 100 cigars when we met. He shouldn't have trouble choosing a cigar. Oh, Hashimoto, he got caught out. He got caught out.
Who said that? Who said that?
Martina Maya.
Ooh.
Oh, hey, we did find the Murcielago red bat.
Oh, nah, those are hard to find.
So just let you know, we got 5 of them, or there was only 5 left, and we bought them. So
what is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean? You guys bought some rare cigar and didn't do a group buy, and then you hear it showing off?
Oh, we did a group buy. 3 of
Not
them.
to the group. Not to the group. To like 5 members.
You should have been there.
Of the 5, 2 were new.
That was the Texas meetup, man. Nobody showed up but 5 of us. So hey.
I didn't receive an invite, did I?
Yeah, I guess you weren't looking at Martine's page then.
Exactly.
I'm
Exactly.
just playing.
How dare
No, we
you.
did. There was only
How
5
dare
left.
you.
I was just looking down at the very bottom and happened to see him down there, and I was like, "What the hell?" And so we ended up buying all they had, and we got Martine the box, so he got to keep the box, and it's pretty cool.
Look at his face. I don't know what to tell you. I thought sharing is caring, and then you end up hugging all 5.
You shared.
Well, yeah, we all got one.
You shared
I got-
quite well.
I have a couple extra, so I might be able to part with one.
Wow.
Albert. Oh.
This is what I'm
Tony,
talking about.
Tony has this omnipresence, doesn't he? This.
Oh God.
You still? Let's see. We're talking for like another 10 minutes now. You still don't have a cigar, man. I promise. I promise your friend isn't gonna say anything about you pre-game before you go to his house.
Pre-game.
Pre-game. We
Hold
call
on.
it pre-game. Call it pre-game. No, this is not how we call it. Is this a different term now? I didn't think there was a different term now that says, you know. Michael, I don't dry bag. I don't dry bag. I wet bag. Besides, you know, I pay for it. I pay for it. You know, do a group buy, I'll pay for it. I pay for it. Did he just log off? Oh no, he didn't. Okay, here we go. Oh, Jim's outside. Jim's outside.
You got him bragging that he gets to wear a hoodie.
Yeah, he gets to wear that hoodie.
Where you're sweating. You
Yeah,
swear.
right.
Yep. You're over there sweating, and it's, cold as hell.
All right.
Oh, quick caught up. The math don't add up.
What? What do you mean?
You say you guys got 5, and you share with each one of them. So there's 5 members. How do you get 1 extra you can part with?
No.
Should I smoke this?
Well,
Should
no.
I smoke this AJ Safari style?
Do it.
Go ahead.
Do it.
Yeah.
So Quakes, why you
That's
trying
my
to
round two
hang me,
tonight,
Quakes?
James.
What the fuck?
Nice
Huh?
choice.
Talking to Quakes, why you trying to hang me?
Hey, Quakes, man, you have to be there.
Yeah. Don't try to
Matt
do
got
math
caught.
and you're
Matt
not
got
Asian.
caught.
Don't be trying to do math and you ain't Asian.
So,
Slit the wrist. Math comes out.
No, okay. Okay, here's what it was. I found 5. They were in the box. Me, Martine, and Albert were in the humidor. I gave each one of them 1. I kept 3.
Okay.
Do the math.
Okay.
I wasn't about to spread the wealth that much.
I don't know. I spread the wealth evenly, kind of. I will buy the box so no one else can buy it. That's usually what I do.
I feel like this is like an accountability group.
Right?
This is our AA group for buying addiction.
How many were there? Okay, that doesn't add up.
That doesn't add up. But
What are you calling?
for the sake of buying addictions.
Even me and Albert had a good time at hanging out at CI, man. It was just me and him. It was a good night.
Oh, you were there for multiple days?
Oh yeah, I was there all week.
Met up with Smoking Ronnie. Or Lonnie. Lonnie or Ronnie? Which one is
Ronnie.
Wait, so we have few new members. I remember you guys invited new members, right?
Yeah.
And you guys didn't tell the new members to join us in this chat. Sad.
That's Martine's responsibility.
Oh yeah, we did. We talked about it.
Where are they now? Cigar Anonymous. I really don't get that. What the hell is that supposed to be mean? What is Cigar Anonymous?
Cigars Anonymous? So
Yeah.
it's like Alcoholics Anonymous.
Don't talk about it, man.
We would explain it to you, but it wouldn't be anonymous anymore if we did.
Rule number 1, we don't talk about the Fight Club. Rule number 2, we don't talk about the Fight Club. I don't know.
There you go, brothers.
I don't know. Good job. Good job.
I'm gonna get enough smoke out of the end of this sucker.
Good job. So yeah, smoking is a good thing, I think, in my opinion. Good relaxation. It's a Friday. Sherry, did you enjoy your beach day?
What's that?
I was asking Sherry if she enjoyed her beach day. She was actually saying, "Oh, it's gonna rain because I'm not gonna have beach day." And the next thing you know, she made a post. She's at the beach.
Yeah, it's clear. It stayed clear for 2 hours, and then I had to leave.
Style, guys.
But I enjoyed the 2 hours I was there. Yes.
Did you wear your mask, Sherry?
I did not wear my mask, but I took it with me.
You should not have to wear that.
Kevin.
Smoke that safari style?
Kevin Corbelis. I would love for what happens in SSL stays in SSL. Unfortunately, that doesn't usually happen. Okay, somehow, somewhere, someone leaked it out there. So yeah, for those people who's expecting to go crazy in Shadow Smoke Legion group and then hoping that nobody will know about it, be aware. Okay, I cannot promise that it's gonna end up like Vegas.
Arturo Fuentes, Safari style.
Are you smoking it backwards, James?
Yep.
Here we go. You might want to
Can't
cut
wait
that
to see
foot a
how
little
it
bit
is,
longer,
'cause that's what I have
opener, so
lined
it's
up for my
easier
number
to.
2 tonight.
Number 2?
Yeah, I have it right here.
What is it?
Hemingway.
Hemingway.
Hemingway signature.
Martina, I wear a mask for the first time today. I had to go buy some alcohol in Dallas County. I went out today and I wear 2 masks. I wear a mask inside a mask.
It is definitely weird smoking it through this little hole.
Oh my god, you guys need to listen to this, okay? I went to the market, the Chinese market, and Chinese market has those bottles of hand sanitizer right at the door. So you go in there, you do some hand sanitizer, and you keep walking, right? For some reason, that hand sanitizer is super full. So when you put the hands under the thing that you squeeze, I just go like this, and I guess the pressure is so high it squirted out of my hands. It just went completely out, and then went straight across, went to the register, and got one of the lady on her arm.
I don't know. The
All over her
Gatorade's in there,
arm and the
bottom.
back. Literally, she panicked.
Probably
She
need to
freaked
drink
out.
some Gatorade or water.
She
I
completely
think this
freaked
was
out.
a bad idea.
What was the bad idea?
This is a bad idea.
Huh?
Because it just looks so wrong. Smoking this into the cigar.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's what I say too, but hey, safari style. Yeah, she completely freaked
Open
out.
it up a little.
She runs around like a crazy woman and look for something to wipe it down because she thought she was gonna die. And me and my wife
I
tried
don't
to explain
want
to
the
her
thing
that
to
it's
unravel
just
on
the sanitizer. It went across.
Yeah.
It's just a sanitizer.
You
Oh
gotta
my
look
god.
at full-
She
your
went
full-
through like 2 or 3 registers just to look for towel to wipe that down.
But you need to drink some Gatorade or some water, okay?
What? Someone is feeling it? Someone's feeling it? I hear
Feeling what?
Gatorade and some water.
Feeling what? Oh, I was talking to the daughter.
Oh, I was like, Gatorade, some water, someone's feeling it. Someone smoked a little too fast.
Oh man, this.
Yeah,
this
James,
looks so-
cut the foot a little bit. Cut the foot out a little bit so that it's easier
No,
to
I'm
smoke.
getting enough. I'm getting plenty of smoke out of it.
It looks like it's drawn pretty good.
Make
Yeah,
sure you
it
take a
just looks
picture of it, man.
It just looks so. Yeah, well, it's so
You
wrong.
don't want to wake the cigar.
Wait, how is it wrong? Like, it looks just like smoking a Bellicoso.
Got
No,
a torpedo
you
going
don't.
on there, buddy.
You really don't.
You got a lipstick going.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Everybody just watch James.
It looks like uncircumcised style.
Guys, don't make James laugh too hard. If you guys make James laugh too hard, the neighbor's gonna come on and yell at James.
I know.
Ja-
Oh, yeah.
James choking now.
Yep.
James is dying.
Good thing Brandon's not here.
Oh, gosh.
No.
Usually the case is that by the time you mention him, he actually pops up, says, I'm here. You know, and then posts the sign 69 right there.
He still hasn't found that. He still hasn't found either one of those 2 photos.
What do you mean?
The cop photo, he hasn't found it yet.
I think he found it. He just didn't have time to comment on it.
Yeah. No, he always comments on stuff like that right away.
I don't know. Chapin has been relatively
He probably
chill
didn't notice.
for a week.
He
Relatively chill.
probably didn't notice.
How can you not notice? Even I noticed. How can you not notice?
Jeff noticed the top picture, but he didn't notice the bottom one.
Like this, you gotta watch out when you smoke a safari style. The wrapper is gonna unravel because there's nothing holding the wrappers together. Mine's unraveling. I probably have to.
The burn should keep the wrapper together.
You see the wrapper near the end is unraveling. So I see Sherry's like not even taking a puff. I don't think she's smoking anything anymore.
Yes, I am. I'm still smoking. Still smoking.
By the way, I did see the picture that Joseph Sparaccio posted. He got the very first gold logoed Shadow Smokers Legion t-shirt. Actually turned out pretty good. I actually thought it actually looked pretty good, surprisingly. surprisingly. So, for those people that missed the previous live show in Facebook, we are making the regular coin, this one, larger size. Okay, so they're making another mold for the other side, 3 inches. Is it 3 inches? Something like that. So it's gotta be bigger. It's gotta be bigger. But they say.
I'm gonna smoke the natural dirt backwards, safari style.
Natural what?
The dirt.
I have no idea what cigar that is.
Natural Joe Dirt. You know, it's business in the front, party in the back.
You're terrible.
I haven't even had a drink.
I'm usually the one popping those. I'm usually the one popping those jokes off.
You're still half asleep, buddy.
You know, James. I think James got into like a habit of waking up at this time now. Come on, we've done this 140 times, and he's gotten used to waking up at 3 a.m.
Yep.
Sleep will never be the same again. Yep. Sleep will never be the same again. Oh, I did
went to sleep at 11:30 and got up at 3. So.
God damn.
Very soon he can join the No Sleep Club.
Yeah.
Sleep is overrated.
So Joseph's smoking that backwards. There we go. Here we go. Safari style. Anybody remember why Bob called it safari style?
Yeah, I know.
Why is it?
That's what Drew Estate.
Drew Estate, they went on the safari, and somebody accidentally smoked it backwards because they didn't realize the band was on the foot. They thought the band was up the top or something, so they smoked it backwards.
Cool. See, that's legit safari style.
And they tried it. So
here's the thing. Like I say, a lot of people probably tried this already, and then they probably name it whatever they wanted to name it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna call this safari style too now. So every time I smoke something backwards by accident or on purpose, I'm gonna blame Bob for this. Bob, it's your fault.
It's Bob's fault. Yeah.
Bob, it's your fault.
Bob's fault and Tony's fault.
It's never Tony's fault.
It's always Tony's fault.
It's never Tony's fault. Come on, you guys agree?
I'm gonna call the way I'm smoking my cigar jungle style.
What is jungle style? Just chew them?
That's when you're outside and all the damn mosquitoes are biting you and crap. While you're smoking a cigar. Jungle style.
See, I like to clarify this, okay? I know a lot of people think that Tony, me, purposely go out there and buy the last box of cigars. I don't do that. I didn't know it was the last box. Okay?
Well, you've already said that you did it a couple of times. You always said you were going to go buy the last box.
No, but I didn't know that was the last box. I just placed the order.
But you even warn people. You warn people that y'all need to buy it because I'm going to. So you feed into this, Tony.
No. See, I give fair warnings.
30 seconds later.
I give everybody fair warning so that I can go and buy things without worrying. You know, like right now, every time before I place an order, I'm like, is anybody else gonna place an order? You know what I'm saying? Like that? Like, you know,
that's a dirty lie.
No, like literally before I hit enter, like, oh, what if someone else wants this? You know, granted.
You call the people up. You call the people up and say, I want the first dibs on this thing.
Yeah, I want the first dip because the first dip is not the last box usually, right?
And you only buy the one and only box they've got of it.
No. I want the first dip so that I don't buy the last box. I buy the first box.
No, you buy. Yeah, but you buy the rarest cigar that they've got, and they've usually got one box of them.
Who only have one box of regular cigar? I didn't even buy the rare cigars at one box at a time.
Did. Yes, you did. You bought the reservists. That's the rare ones.
That's not rare.
It was rare. It was rare then.
That's because you didn't order enough. That's because they didn't order enough. It wasn't because it wasn't available.
Well,
Right?
makes them rare.
The Casa Cueva Reserva?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not rare. Come on.
Twice he ordered the one and only box. Twice.
Really?
Yeah, twice in a row.
Brandon has a lot of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Now.
That's what I'm saying.
Now he's got a lot of them.
He had a lot of them all this time.
Yeah, when I went to Phoenix, whenever I was down there and met Brandon, they had a bunch of them.
Yeah.
See, it's not my fault. It's not
It
my
is
fault.
always your fault. It's always your fault.
Unless that was just the store's inventory. I don't know.
It has to do with the store. It has to do with the store. You know, when the store they text me, it says, "Hey Tony, we got some in now." I went there and ordered one box. Who knows they only had one box? I don't know. You know, when somebody say, "Hey Tony, we got some in now. You can order it now," you would think that they have few boxes, not one box.
Yeah, but you could ask them before you ordered. This is not your only box, right?
I learned. Now Michael says ours Tony fault. No, Michael. See, if you didn't have enough box, it's not my fault.
Hey, how come Michael Rose and Martine aren't on here?
Martin was on.
Oh.
Martin was on. I think what happened is he was at the front door talking and it got too loud. The wife came out and dragged him back in there, gave him a good beating, and now he cannot be on video.
Hey, we did witness though that Martine did not have a black eye the other day.
That's because he colored it up with some, concealer. Foundation first. No, first you put, first you put a little bit of SPF, and then you put the foundation, concealer, right? And then you put the color. Now it looks perfect. You can't even tell.
Bet you learned that from Brandon, didn't you?
Oh.
Actually, no. See, I'm a very loving husband. So anything my wife does, I study. Okay. So before she goes out and buy any makeup, I will read about it. I will look at the ingredient, and I'll tell you those scientific things about those ingredients, and I'll tell her which step she should be using.
I'm with Matt on that. It's very suspicious.
Because I'm a loving husband. All right. Anything that my wife is interesting, I will look into it.
He loves her so
That's
much.
What hey, that's what Ike Turner said, by the way. Ike Turner said he was a loving husband.
I'm a very loving husband.
Isn't that what all husbands beat up their wives say?
Black eyes, yeah. Huh?
I'm a very loving husband. Come on. All right.
Yeah. Go to judge.
I know how to do pedicure, manicure, makeup, dress sizes, bra sizes, hairstyles, hair products, even stockings.
Don't keep me laughing about
Open up one of them lounges.
I had to learn everything, because that's what a loving husband do. You can't just expect your wife is just gonna accept your hobby, but you don't accept what female does. And I can tell you that one thing for sure, okay? All the famous, really good makeup brand owners are guys.
Yeah, I don't know if they're full guy though.
They're whole guys.
Yeah.
I think even Victoria's Secret owners are guy.
Yeah, but he's a little like this, man.
Yeah, you gotta know Victoria's Secret.
Yeah.
All right, see, Martina Maya asked me what's my bra size. I can tell you, it's 40 AAA. 40 AAA. Happy now?
I got double D's, bro.
AAA. It's that flat. It's that flat. It doesn't have any cup. Okay.
Even I got a B cup. I mean,
All right, I got nothing to hide. It's just the way it is. You gotta study how the sizes matches with the cup. That makes difference, right? See, I'm a very loving husband. I don't care what you think. I'm very comfortable with my sexuality. Right there. You know, I even stretch my wife's high heel with my foot.
What the fuck?
All right. Wow.
Well, where else you gotta find a bigger foot to stretch your shoes?
Oh,
Now
I
you know why
think
they
you just stretched them out to put them on.
Oh no, you just shove it on while you're watching TV. An hour later, it's stretched.
Now you know
So
why
you
they
put
call
them
this Cigars Anonymous.
Right? This is turning into something else anonymous.
What? Nobody does this for their wives? Am I the only one?
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
You're alone, buddy.
It's Tony's world. We just live in it.
Hey.
If you were selling T-shirts about this, you'd only need one, Tony.
Say that again. What did you say?
Right?
What?
If
I
you
need
were
just
selling
need one.
T-shirts about this thing, you'd only have to buy one.
I don't know. See, I really do feel like, marriage is a mutual thing. You know, if your wife supports what you do, you support what your wife do, right? You know, and there are times that where female has some issues and making decisions. And what's the worst is that when you go to shopping with your wife and you cannot give her any input, okay? Because like nowadays, simply say that looks good on you, honey, is not good enough. Because she's gonna choose two dresses and say which one's better. Which one's better?
So what Sherry had to say about all this?
She's staying out of it.
I think we're going into cross-dressing anonymous.
I don't cross-dress. I don't cross-dress. I don't
My
cross-dress.
husband never went shopping with me. My husband never went shopping ever.
Your husband never went shopping with you?
I did not want him to go shopping with me.
No, I go to shopping with my wife and I give her, positive and critiques. Something like, I think that dress looks horrible on you. I think that dress looks good on you. Maybe that color looks good on you. That shape looks pretty good. Look at that lines. I have to give positive criticism so that she knows what she buy with my money is worth it.
Isn't that what the
That's why I
employee
bought my stuff
is
with my
supposed to
own.
do?
You gotta know.
For the record, Tony. For the record.
You gotta know.
2021, please don't wear heels to our party.
You gotta know this, okay? You gotta know this. Here, let me put it in a very easy understand term for you, okay? If my wife buys something that she doesn't need, a lot of times she doesn't return it. If she doesn't return it, here it goes 2 boxes of Davidoffs.
Oh, so you're just watching.
That's why Tony wears it. That's why Tony.
Yeah, he's
wears
like,
it.
No, so I make sure what she buy fits and something that she will wear.
So let me ask you this: is Tony showing up to the 2021 meeting, or is Tanya showing up to it?
Tanya.
Hey, quick, where did I say I wear my wife's panties?
Oh.
Where did I say that?
You said
No, you only wear it.
You watch TV.
Where?
No, you
sit on the couch.
You said you know what. You said you know what bra size you have.
Do you call bras panties?
So you wear bras, but you don't wear panties?
No, I don't wear bras, but I know the sizes. I know how to calculate the sizes. I know how to measure it. That's very important.
This is going downhill real fast.
My wife, and Martin says, my wife always hold up the clothes and ask me which one. I always choose the one that shows the least amount of skin.
Right.
Well, see, I know though from firsthand experience that if your wife asks you if this makes her butt look big, don't answer it.
Oh yeah. Right.
That's a true statement.
I would disagree with that. I will actually answer.
Oh Lord, no.
Well, yeah, you probably say no.
No, I would probably say, you know what? That makes your butt looks great.
Trap. It's a trap.
It is a trap.
You know, you can't say that makes your butt looks great. You don't have to say that doesn't make it look big. You say that looks great or that looks horrible.
Manhood 101. Never answer that shit.
Answer it to the, answer the correct answer is the key, right? If you say that makes you look great, there's no big or not. It's either good or bad.
Just change the subject.
This car has hydroplaned.
No shit.
We're Asians. We drive sideways. I don't care if it's hydroplane. We'll keep driving.
It's an accident, but everybody's watching.
All right, let me see. Well, I'm gonna light up another cigar. So, Rocky Patel, Maduro or San Andreas?
Maduro.
Done. I don't know. You guys take something to the extreme too much. Okay, it's a little bit too extreme. It's just such a normal thing, you know. I think it's a normal thing.
That's part of the problem.
Could be cultural. Could be cultural.
No, it's not.
But like I say, if one of her dress costs you like $5,000, you want to make input every time you have chance.
I make an input, but it doesn't have to cost $5,000.
It will cost $5,000 with the wrong answer.
But I'm not trying to be an expert on it and be like, this is how you do your makeup, this is how you wear your leggings, and
Oh, I can tell you the makeup costs way more than dresses. Makeup costs way more than dresses. You'll be surprised. Like one little jar of cream costs like $500. Crazy.
Yeah.
You're right, Albert.
All right, what's funny is that Michael, here he is listening to all this, and he's like, I got to get on. I don't care if it's 100 degrees outside.
Yeah. He's like, I need to get part of this. I need to get part of this.
And Travis jumped on too.
Yep. Hey, Travis.
Travis, how's that sweet tea? Travis, how's that sweet tea?
Huh?
How's that sweet tea for pairing?
I don't drink sweet tea.
What? Didn't you say you love sweet tea for your pairings?
That's my
No,
man.
never sweet tea. Never.
See?
Grab you something to smoke Safari style, guys.
Damn.
We're smoking Safari style hard today.
I'm not
Yeah,
wasting
today's
a Cedrus
Safari
on
style,
that.
man. Michael, come on. Join the group. Join the team.
I'm not gonna waste a Cedrus on that.
What's that's
I'm
not
not
wasting
smoking
it.
this
That's
Safari
not wasting
style.
it. You're smoking backwards, still smoking.
Smoking it.
I didn't know.
James, how's it going on that Safari style?
Still tasting pretty good.
How's it draw? Looks
And it's a Fuente. It's a Fuente, so you know it's gonna have a good draw. So
Martina Maya says Tony has a career at Victoria's Secret if he can't find a job after all this is over. You know, actually, I think Victoria's Secret is a sinking ship. You'll eventually go bankrupt. So no, I won't have a job there.
Tony will be on Secrets of a Call Girl or something like that.
I'll open a company called The Secret of Reverse Cowgirl.
I didn't say cowgirl, I said call girl.
It'll be cowgirl, and I will sell toilets.
Did you say reverse cowgirl?
Yeah.
That's what Tony said, yeah.
Whoa.
And I will sell toilets. You'll be surprised how much Japanese toilets cost. Okay. Japanese
Man,
toilet
I ain't buying
seats.
no Japanese toilet now.
Japanese toilet seats cost upward of $10,000, $15,000 US dollar.
Oh my lord.
I ain't
Okay.
doing no reverse cowgirl.
So if I'm gonna sell something, I'll sell toilets. They make shitload of money.
Oh yeah, those
Literally.
toilets are badass, but
Literally.
yeah.
Literally shitloads of money.
I didn't even catch that. Damn it. So Michael, how's the progress? I mean, we're all waiting for good news.
Progress is awesome. What do you want to know?
What's new?
Yeah.
Start from where you
Well,
left off.
I'm
Michael.
none.
What do you want to know?
You know, take the opportunity to update us. You know, update us.
Well, all the Legion swag has its own dedicated product collection pages. Everything else is all updated, and I've got all my other. I got all my back-end stuff working properly. It looks like. So I just have to make the decision on when to push the live button and have it ready to be available.
Is there a date when that live button comes on?
So I said no. It's going to be no later than the first.
So
Guaranteed.
So he's
expect the
got
first
less
thing.
than 2 weeks.
So,
Now Martina Maya just asked me if I own a bidet. I own 4 bidets. All my toilet has one.
I do too. It's called a hose.
I'm a solid believer that you could just wash your ass.
I usually bring my hose to the toilet.
But your hose doesn't warm up your toilet seat, do you?
Yeah, it does.
It could.
Momentarily.
It warms up all kinds of stuff.
Oh god. All right, change topic. That is going down very deep.
You walked right into that one, though, Tony.
Yeah. See, I went into this in the purest intention, and they went to the gutter just like that.
I should probably leave.
Just like that. Oh god. So, Michael, are we doing something with you for like some sort of grand opening stuff?
What do you mean doing something?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Do we have a celebration of some sort?
Am I gonna be? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do something at the same time.
Even Safari style, this thing is stacking dimes.
It works. Safari style is pretty much the same as smoking it regularly, except backwards.
You are smoking tobacco you normally don't smoke. That's for sure.
Huh?
That is
Oh, I
true.
was.
What do you mean that you're smoking tobacco that you normally don't smoke? What do you mean?
Because technically you're smoking the cap
The
in.
very shit that you don't normally smoke.
Okay, yeah, okay. You don't normally smoke the cap, sure.
Well,
Who says
Well, you don't normally smoke the whole. You don't usually smoke the whole last third, Tony.
I don't, but something like Michael, he'll down to the knob 3 p.m. every single time.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is probably the first time that you've actually tasted what the last third tastes like.
Well, I don't know if I like to smoke cigar glue for sure, so.
It doesn't hurt you.
It doesn't. There's a lot that doesn't hurt you. A little bit plastic in your rice doesn't hurt you. The wax on your fruit doesn't hurt you, but people wash it off.
The wax on your legs does, don't it, Tony?
So what?
The wax on your legs hurts though, doesn't it?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
No, it doesn't. I can take some pain. Come on. No. Where is this chat going? Where is this chat going? Jeez.
This chat is a dedication. It shows that you can take some pain.
Right down the day.
I can take some pain. I can take some pain.
Hey, Sherry's still on, so it's still good.
She's this close to close it. She's this close to I'm turning it off. In a few minutes she'll come up and go, no.
You keep tempting us though, Tony, with those.
Torture, what it is. It's torture, Tony.
I'm okay. I can take that. Yeah. I can take it. No problem. No problem. Not a problem. Oh, Jeff is on. Jeff says, wow, I woke up for this. Jeff is on. Jeff, you missed it. You missed it.
Yeah.
But good thing I did give people fair warning. After 30 minutes, things are gonna go down south. I told everybody that. Come on. At the beginning of the show, I said just watch the first 30 minutes. Anything after the first 30 minutes goes down south. Right? Right? Yes. 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 Let's do something that's not so down south. Right? Even though this cigar did not taste good.
Some topic we can't pervert. Huh?
Actually, if you want to, you could pervert anything. That's the problem. That's the problem. That is pretty much the problem.
Yeah, but you pretty much made it easy tonight.
Did I?
No shit.
Well, it is Saturday. What am I gonna say? It is Saturday. Have a little fun is okay.
Except for James, it's Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday for me. Day of rest.
Sunday fun day.
That's because in the wrong place.
Laundry, rest of the cleaning.
You have kids, James?
His kids are adults.
Happy Father's Day, James.
Yeah. Happy, my Father's Day was already. I've already had my Father's Day. This is your guys' Father's Day.
Ours is tomorrow.
Don't remind me, because I really don't want to go to my father-in-law. I really don't want to. I really don't want
Wax
to.
his legs, man.
Huh?
It seems like we all have the, it seems like
I
we
just
all
saw
have
him
the
last
same
week.
Father's Day pretty much, but we all got different Father's Day.
You know? See, I don't see my own father on Father's Day. I have to see my father-in-law on the Father's Day. I don't know. It's almost like I'm supposed to go, but I don't want to go. Because they're in-laws. Who likes to go to their in-laws? Who likes to go to their in-laws? Nobody, right?
I used to like to because used to go up and get drunk. I had to buy any beers.
My in-laws don't drink. My in-law cannot tell the difference between a Merlot and any other red wine.
Neither can I. So what's the problem?
My wife
Yeah.
had like
Well, you cannot tell the difference between a Merlot and, let's say,
A white wine.
oh, you obviously you can tell the difference between white wine and red wine, can you?
Well, Michael can't.
I know zero about wine. Zero.
Me too.
I just know the color.
The difference between a red wine and a white wine is the foot that stepped on them.
I know it.
My
I know it all
brother-in-law-
gives me. It all gives me a headache. I know that.
So that means the red wine, the person had dirty ass feet.
Well, very fermented feet.
Fungi.
It doesn't have to be
My
fungi.
brother-in-law was the reason I started drinking bourbon.
Wines are healthy. I mean, you know, the red wine has more of iron content, so it actually tastes more, has that bite to it, that dryness to it. So, you know, red wines are good.
So are you saying whiskey is bad?
I'm not saying whiskey is bad. No whiskey is ever bad for you, okay? Zero. Even the bad tasting ones are good for you. Believe it or not. At a certain consumption level, though. I'm not saying that, you know, if you chug an entire bottle of Johnny Red, I'm sorry for you. Okay? You know, if you chug a bottle of Johnny Red, that's the equivalent of drinking an entire box of Blue Ribbon.
Even if you add peaches
What's
to
wrong
it,
with
it
Blue
feels
Ribbon?
good for you.
If you had to ask what's wrong with Blue Ribbon, that's what's wrong.
Freaking Meadow gets all offended. What's wrong with PBR, damn it?
Well, is there any, other than the price, is there any good thing about Blue Ribbon at all?
No.
Good cheap beer.
No. It's Milwaukee.
See, when we buy German beer over here and we drink it, and then we go to the bathroom afterwards, you know, that goes all into one big old tank, and it goes to the States and becomes Blue Ribbon beer.
That's nasty. That's gross.
Well, it gets filtered.
It's triple
what I always-
filtered.
That's what I always thought Corona was.
Hey, Corona's good.
Corona's good.
No, Corona's trash beer.
No, Corona's trash.
Yeah. If you want to drink Mexican beer, drink some Dos Equis, drink some Tecate or something
Oh,
like that.
I'll agree. Dos Equis is much better than Corona. But there are times that you just don't feel so well, but you have to drink something. Then you know, Corona's light enough.
I'd rather drink Sol.
Dude,
I
Del Sol's
decided
good.
not to do a martine. I
Modelo.
decided not to do a martine. I knocked my ass off.
Martin asked me if I like Johnny Blue. Martin, I talked about this before. I actually like Johnny Green more than Johnny Blue. I do have a few bottles of Johnny Blue, but they end up to be a collectible thing because I actually think green tastes way better than blue, and blue is just more expensive, and it really doesn't necessarily taste better. And especially the Ghost and Rare, I really don't think Ghost and Rare is that much better. Ghost and Rare is like double the price, and it's not really that much better. PBR, Pearl, and Lone Star. What is that? The 3 beer you should never drink? I mean, I really don't like those 3 beer because that's like all we drink during college years. As if we cannot afford anything else but those. Like you know, when you're in college dorm, that's all they buy. It's like, couldn't you buy some actual beer than PBR?
I drink anything that was beer and that wasn't Steel Reserve.
So you drank that stuff from Germany then?
I drank whatever was beer at the time. So
But you know, one thing I don't like to drink is Guinness. A lot of people love Guinness. I don't like Guinness.
Gross. Nope.
Some people
I'm
love
not
Guinness.
a big Guinness. I'm not a big Guinness fan.
Nope, me neither.
There are other Irish beers I like a lot better.
I do like
drink
Dozaki's
Irish
though.
whiskey.
Dozaki's pretty good. Dozaki's pretty good. What else? What other beer is pretty good? You know,
Modelo's.
for a while.
Matt said, Modelo. Modelo's really good.
Modelo's really good.
Yeah, Modelo.
Yeah, it is.
How about Miller?
No.
Sam Adams?
It's
Some
okay.
Sam Adams. They got a lot of decent ones.
What I noticed though, whenever I hang out with Mexicans, a Mexican knows how to party. They party all the time, and they don't care who joins them. All right, if you walk by and they're partying, they will let you join them. All right.
True.
But it's true. It's true. They will let you join anytime they're partying. You can go by and say, "Hey, amigo, what's going on?" They're like, "Hey, go." You know, they will do that. They won't be like, "Hey, get out of here. It's not your party." You know, they're usually pretty welcoming, right? And I noticed that every time they drink, they always drink Budweiser.
Bud Light is super, 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 super popular.
Yeah, they love to drink Budweiser, and they drink nothing but Budweiser. They will have like 5-6 cases of Budweiser, and literally
Well,
every time.
That's for all the moochers that show up, and then once they
Right.
leave, they bring out like all the regular good beer.
They bring out the Corona, man.
No.
No, they don't even drink the Coronas. But yeah, every time I go to a party, that has, started up by Mexican, they will have cases and cases of Budweisers, and they will drink nothing but Budweiser. So, that's my experience.
What I can't drink is Heineken. Heineken is like European Budweiser.
Yeah, I don't like Heineken. I like Heineken Light though.
People think Heineken is Chinese beer. Heineken is really not Chinese beer.
No, it's like Swedish beer.
Heineken is when we drink the beer that James sends us, and then we pee it out, and we send it back over there.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink that stuff, man.
Heineken tastes like they brewed weed into a beer and dumped it in a bottle.
But at least they filter
This
it.
Heineken was manufactured in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Right, well, okay, there
Holland,
we go.
Yeah, Holland, yeah.
Holy crap! What happened to Albert?
What?
I'm a drinker. Albert went to go get coffee.
I think we like this Albert better. So yeah, we'll keep this one.
Opportunity to talk to James. I don't ever get to see him.
There we go. We like this.
I don't care about the rest of y'all.
We like this better. You can tell Albert he doesn't have to come back anymore.
She said she don't care about the rest of us. Oh.
Well, I'm not related, y'all. I'm just related to James. Besides that, James gets me a free ticket to Germany, so, you know. Who else would invite me to go stay at their house in another country?
James, you get free tickets for people to go to Germany?
No,
Why
free
didn't I know
ticket
about
to
that?
stay at his house. I gotta buy the plane ticket.
Quick 30 says, usually at Mexican, they get together, they have Budweiser Light and Bud Light for guests, and the better beer, Dos Equis and Modelo for the family. I'm there all night with them, and they didn't have any other beer. So
Well, maybe you weren't close enough family.
I'm telling you, those are like, when I was living in the ghettos, they are like friends and families.
When did you live in the ghetto?
I lived in the ghetto back in the beginning of college. Because college is very expensive, and I had to afford it myself. So I live in a ghetto where we constantly get our car stolen.
The ghetto was like the $80,000 a year guys.
Exactly right.
No. I can tell you, my rent was $250. It's one room. We share the same bathroom, and literally, like, you know, to shower you had to wait. You had to wait outside the bathroom where somebody is not in there. And go in there. The door has one of those latch lock. to take a shower. So yeah, we see each other. In fact, we work in the same Chinese restaurant. So we work in the same Chinese restaurant. You gotta know.
Tony, do you have a picture of this?
For what?
The ghetto.
Hey,
I might.
But that's not as bad as the haunted apartment you lived in. That
Oh
was
no. The haunted apartment, we actually have an apartment. I mean, that's actually not that bad. But you know what? I'll post a picture of that place when I find it. I think I have a picture of that place.
Yeah, you did it before and told the story about the people jumping off the roof and stuff. That's crazy.
I'm talking about the ghetto pictures.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey. You ain't living in the ghetto or whatever until you see a bullet hole in somebody's hood, like I saw in Texas.
The ghetto I'm talking about is actually a sanctuary city. So we have all the illegal immigrants over there.
Yeah.
Somebody Albert's car, right?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, that place, if a cop decides to walk by, everyone hides. Okay? Everyone hides. That's the place I used to live in. I remember when I worked in the restaurant, I might have like a verbal fight with somebody. And in the end, then we're about to get into a fight, you'll see some people just disappear. And they're like, where are those people, right? And they'll tell you, well, they thought you guys are gonna end up fighting, so the cop is gonna show up, so they went to hide.
Man.
That's how bad it was. That's the type of place I live in. So yeah, I live in that, that kind of place before.
That's the type of place I still live in.
Yeah, my sister's place actually got shot up the other night.
Well, you live in a sanctuary city? I didn't know Tucson was a sanctuary.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
What's that? Just target practice, Matt. They just missed the target. What? I did not get that.
Oh, that Albert's hood.
I didn't get it, but sure. Yeah, I used to live in a very poor place, and I think that kind of encouraged me to work harder and get a better life, kind of thing. So
it does.
Because I don't want to get my car stolen anymore. That's why I don't park in the street anymore. I park in garages. But yeah.
I was just thinking because the last time you had the lunchroom picture you sent us.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, like I told you, those plates are like jail plates. They're steel plates with like steel bowl with the student.
On there.
Yeah, the student had to like serve each other.
And he was referring to how that was because that was you when you were a kid, So.
But y'all had chopsticks, man.
No, we didn't even get to use chopstick. We get a fork.
Using 2 fingers.
Oh, that's torture.
We have forks because the steel fork goes to like a universal washing thing that they bring it away to wash at the end.
So it was cruel and unusual punishment at school because you couldn't use chopsticks.
That's what I was gonna say.
I will say because it's probably better because you really don't want to see little kids start fighting like a Star Wars with chopsticks.
Yeah, you do. That'd be fun.
It might be fun, but somebody's losing their eyes at the end of it.
Was it American food that they served you?
No, it's just student. In Asia, student does everything on their own. There's no janitors.
You're getting steak.
Right? There's no janitors. All the students have to clean up the school every single day. We had to clean our own school. Had to sweep the outside of the school, inside the school. Had to wash our own bathrooms. So it's all students. It's all students.
We should do that. We should do that here. Actually, I think.
In a way, I would say I agree, but at the same time, that would mean some people's losing their jobs.
Now my draw will be loose.
Well, they can be.
Oh wow!
Just pull a tree out of there.
Yeah. Dude, yeah.
Whoa! What was that? What was that?
A grasshopper.
It's like, hey, it's a tree. I need to hop on that thing.
It was a spider. He lost it. He's like, oh shit! Come for it.
Man, what was that from, Travis?
Huh?
What was that from?
This was from this 6.5 by 60 Sober Mesa Brulee Bellicoso.
Tell Sokka. He'll give you another one.
I was gonna say you should send that picture to Sokka.
Dude, check that out, dude. I was getting no smoke.
Is that why it's sweet?
Like a Woody.
No, it's not sweet anymore. You pull out the fermented piece that's sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I could plant that and just grow a Sober Mesa tree.
So yeah, I really think that by doing that, it builds, independence for the students. At least you know how to clean things, you know how to do things, you know how to serve food, you know how to live in an environment where there's rules and responsibility and stuff like that. So
you don't have a bad memory from that, do you? I mean, it's not a bad experience. Right?
You know, when I was a kid, we complained all the time. You know, because we gotta spend a whole hour cleaning every day. Everybody have a different job. Some people wipe the windows. Some people sweep the outside. I mean, at 100 degrees outside, you really don't want to sweep the floor outside. So, but as you grow up, you're like, oh, you know what? That's actually not that bad. We kept our school clean. And it's actually something to be proud of that we know as a kid, we started to do all those things. When I come to America, we didn't have to do all that stuff. As a kid, I was like, hell yeah! You know? You use your recess to do recess things like going out to play football or something. I don't know. But, you know, back in the days, in the Asian school, with our recess, that whole hour is clean up. Just go clean up, you know? After lunch, you bring the food back to their kitchen and stuff like that. You know, that's what we use our spare time for. So slightly different. Slightly different.
Your school was like boot camp.
Boot camp?
Yeah, pretty much.
But
what's
you know,
funny is like when you're further down the line in the whole process, when the new people come in and they start complaining, you start asking about them. It's like, what are you complaining for, man? Do it. I had to do it.
It kind of set you up for it. It kind of set you up for it because in Asia we have mandatory service for militaries. Everybody who's 18 years old had to serve military. So that kind of set you up for it. You know, it's not like you gotta go to military and don't even know how to fold your bed. You know, kind of thing. So, yeah, it does build character and it does kind of give a little bit of independence and they teach you responsibility. You know, because each class.
Fold a bed?
Hmm?
Did you say fold a bed? Wow.
Fold the bed. Yeah.
Why did you guys all sleep on futons or what?
No, we don't get to sleep, but we had to learn everything, even if we don't do it. And then, you know, they will teach you that kind of stuff.
Went over his head. It's okay.
We thought croutons were supposed to be on salad.
All right, here we go, Tony. Safari style.
Safari style. Let's go. Come on, guys. I'm trying to give a legit story, and you guys had to bring it to the gutter. You guys had to bring it to the gutter. No.
It's a language barrier problem. Sorry.
I can look up really rough.
That's funny.
You know, I think that's a good experience. I mean, just like in Japan, kids at like, you know, elementary school, they will go to the school on their own. They will, you know, go to wait for bus or walk to school, and they'll walk home from there too. Like over here, I don't think any parent will let their elementary kids to go to school on their own.
I did.
Is that illegal?
No, when I was 5 years old, man, I used to walk to school.
But isn't that like I think that there's a a certain age you must be accompanied by adult, something like that.
We didn't do that.
No.
No, kids around here walk to school. I mean, a lot of them live close to the schools, but.
Oh, here's one thing. If you think cross-dressing is bad, let's bring that back, okay? Elementary school.
Oh, no. He's starting it back up.
Here we go. He's on this one time. I was wearing a halter top.
No, Japanese elementary students all wear the same thing, boy or girl.
One time at band camp.
Yeah, isn't it a uniform?
Yeah, the uniform is like a dress, kind of have a skirt to it.
So you all wore culottes or what?
I don't know what that's called. But
Scorts.
I never got to wear that because when I was in elementary school, I was in Japan. But if you go to Japan during the school season, you'll see little kids walking around in those with the yellow helmet, hat thingy. So that
in Ireland, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Or Scotland, there's nothing wrong with that.
So you know they try to make it so that's appearance, so people pay attention to the kids that's walking by and not run them over with cars and stuff.
Hey guys, I'm out of here.
Why do they have yellow helmets?
All right, Matt. Talk to you later.
Okay, bye, Hashimoto.
All right, guys. Hey, just remember one thing. Homepage heroes.
That's right.
Hell yeah. For those people who's not posting the homepage, you never know when my wife will be intrigued of some stupid stuff. Just saying.
Oh yeah, like what?
Uh-oh.
Just saying.
What is she intrigued about?
Or the previous time she intrigued about somebody post the wrong hashtag.
Homepage for the heroes.
Not you. That's why you didn't win. Someone else win something. Right? But yeah, I mean, I think the school system is very different between Asia and here, and I actually thought it's a good idea to make sure, you know, pass some responsibility to kids so the kids don't grow up to be snowflakes.
It's true. I mean, there is a degree of hardening that kids should experience and responsibility when they're young.
For example, let's talk about bullies. How many of you went to school and experienced bullies?
Duh. Yeah.
Duh. That's like normal.
I did. That's normal.
Right? That's normal in the 90s and in the 80s and 70s. Like, if you haven't experienced bully, and there's only two possibilities. Either you are the guy that got bullied, or you're the bully. Right? Yeah. And it happens all the time, but then you didn't come out to be crazy. Well, actually, you probably did. Shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, but there's also a time when you can get in a fight, go get a couple swats, move on for the day. You know, you didn't have to sit there and go to ISS for 2 days and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Shame thing says I won for posting the wrong thing. So yeah, but yeah, I think
the best thing for a bully is to kick his ass.
I agree. If you always get bullied and then fight back, then they'll keep bullying you. But if you just give them a little bit, like, oh, just fight back for once, they might not mess with you anymore. You might lose the fight.
Yep.
But here's the thing, though. Here, let me tell everybody out there that has been bullied. You don't realize this, but whenever a guy got beat up, the girl tend to go to the guy that got beat up, not the guy that's beating people up. You get girls that way.
Was
Two
that
things
your
that said,
strategy, Tony?
huh?
Was that your strategy when you were a kid, or what?
No, I was the bully.
Oh, okay.
Can you not see the Karen inside me? That came with years of experience.
No, I thought that was from years of pent-up aggression from being bullied.
Karen, what'd you do? Beat up the manager?
I was the bully.
Tony would get bullied, and then he would go home and put on his little girl outfit and come back and kick his ass.
Feel all pretty and be happy again.
No, I was the bully. If you ask my wife, I had the worst reputation at school. Alright, people always spread some sort of rumor about me. Either I was doing drugs, I was a druggie, you know, I was murdering people, and you know, and there was one that says I have AIDS. It's the craziest thing. Alright, I always get the worst reputation because I was a bully. Well, I actually didn't think I was a bully until later on. People was like, "Hey, what do you expect? You are the president of or it's actually martial arts club, and the whole school called it the Fight Club." But you know,
Cobra Kai.
Say that again. What?
You and Tony was the Cobra Kai.
You know, I was the martial arts club president, so you know we tend to fight.
Sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
I thought you're not supposed to talk about Fight Club.
But this wasn't Fight Club. This was martial arts club. I don't know why everybody calls it Fight Club, because every time they come to our club to see, is people sparring. So they call it the Fight Club. But I enjoy the club. You know, people sparring is healthy. You know, I was skinny. I can fight. So, you know, that was fun. That was fun.
I think this year, instead of the bathtub calendar, we're gonna get a Jesus calendar from Toy Shop this afternoon.
The what calendar?
Jesus.
Why Jesus? See, you can't use jokes that I don't understand, man.
On your calendar.
Yeah, we can.
But yeah, I have horrible reputations. I don't know why, because when I was in Taiwan, I was quite popular, and I came over here, I have all kind of weird rumors about me, all the bad things about me, so people are afraid of me all the time. Now, did I ever try to lock people in the locker? I tried. It doesn't work. It doesn't fit. Okay, so that's probably the worst thing I ever done is shove somebody into the locker, but it doesn't work. I got suspended for fighting a guy. That was pretty much it. That was my worst. I got put
into a gym locker.
No, our gym locker's tiny.
Ours were pretty big.
Yeah.
Our gym locker is like the size of a, one of those boxes you get for, in the lounge.
Yeah.
To put your cigar in. That's about how big it is. That's our size of gym locker.
Yeah, ours held like football pads and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was like I don't know, like 5'2", 5'3". I fit in there.
Fit in there standing up.
No, our lockers are tiny. The only people that gets big lockers are the hockey team and the football team. They have the equipment that has to fit in there. But the rest of the people gets tiny lockers. Now, the regular school locker is like a the tall lockers, but they're skinny.
Yeah.
So at most you probably be able to fit the backpack in there, but not like an actual human being in there.
And Michael walked into the locker room at school and says, "Oh wow, walk-in closets."
That's right. I thought we had our own private changing rooms. I mean.
Yeah, I have some run-ins with people when I was in high school, but that was high school.
Whew, this thing gets really nasty at the end.
Really? You mean that it's really nasty in the beginning?
I think if you smoke it the other way around, it gets better.
So I actually have memories of from high school that's like it's full of misunderstanding, rumors, and all that stuff. So yeah, thinking about high school, I'm like when I'm in college, I'm actually okay because nobody give a shit about anything. Only thing people care about is when's the next party.
Yep.
Right? The thing that they care about is which dorm room is the wet dorm room, and where is the next party. That's all people care for. It's Bob. Bob, you missed it. We have all these people smoking cigar safari style. I smoke a cigar safari style, and I still recommend people not to do that because it'll kill your taste buds.
Yeah, it's starting to unravel a little bit. James, how did your
cigar
start
glue
off?
works? Mine was great, and the little cigar glue keeps it from unraveling.
Did you think that it had a different flavor when you lit it?
It had a different flavor at the end. Oh, jeez.
The end? Yeah, it was
Nasty.
bad.
It got real nasty. Well, because of that little, really thin end.
Yeah.
It just all that nasty got it just gets funneled right into your blood.
I think the beginning was a lot smoother, a lot less pepper.
Yep. That's the end that you usually have at the end.
Right.
Yep.
Well, at least we need.
Yeah, I think a little bit bullying in school is actually a healthy thing. I don't know. People are so anti-bullying right now. I don't think that people in school went through real human nature. I think real human nature are like that, right? Sometimes you gotta find people that just doesn't like you, like to pick on you. And when you have a little bit bullying experience in high school or in school overall, you grow up to know how to deal with it, right? You know when to stand up for yourself and when to brush it off. I think that's a lesson that you will learn by facing bullies when you're younger.
Well, it helps give you like a gauge of when to diffuse something and walk away from trouble, versus actually having to stand up for something.
Right. I think that's something nowadays we kind of miss a little bit, because now if you see a bully, it become a national news.
Yeah.
See, when he first started talking about this, I thought he asked, did anybody do bowling in school?
What did you say, James?
When you first started this conversation, I thought you was talking about bowling in school.
Bowling?
Yeah, bowling. No, it was a special sport. It was bullying.
Bowling.
Yeah, bowling.
Bob said it is the most awesome when you smoke a cigar that has a sweetened tip and a very changing vitola, like Nasty Free does. I'm sorry, but nasty Frida is just nasty. I can't, no. Not doing that again.
I smoked a nasty Frida Safari style and regular Thursday night on Cheese Talk.
And then? How was your experience?
I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I'd do it again.
You do it again?
Yeah.
But would you still recommend people smoke the normal way?
Yeah, I think they should try it both ways, and then, but definitely I like the normal way better if I had to choose.
Quick asking, is anyone gonna buy the Dumbarton tobacco and trust STFU 5-pack?
I'm buying it.
I just feel like I'm not gonna fall into that trap. I'm not gonna fall into that trap. Cause like I just feel like that doesn't prove anything other than the fact that you can make something sweeter. You know what I'm saying? Like if you think of it this way, you can always add more sugar to something that's sweet, right?
Tony, why are you so convinced that it's actually a sweetened tip?
I wasn't convinced that had a sweetened tip. I convinced that it's sweetened.
Well, he said if you listen to how he explains why the tobacco is naturally sweeter, it does make sense. Because like same thing with Maduros, when they take and they age those Maduro wrappers, they get natural sweetness, right? So those Connecticut wrappers, they age them for like 3 years, so you're gonna get more natural sugar sweetness too.
Because I have a lot of Connecticut cigar that has been sit there long enough and did not taste sweeter after 3 years, I guess.
Well, that's different kind of aging though. They're actually like, it's probably more of a fermentation aging in a Connecticut wrapper.
Tony, have you ever had a big Sober Mesa Brulee? Like this 6.5 by 60 is not as sweet as like the Toro. This one is a lot less sweet than the Toro.
I have the Robusto. Well, they're not the Robusto. They're like Corona, like extra Corona kind of thing. Let me see.
Yeah, this is a 60 ring gauge, and it's not as sweet.
This is at 5 1/4 by 52. Yes, I have it right next to my
see if it's still
drawer.
sweet.
What is that? To you must trust. I don't know. I mean, he's probably right. But I just have my own opinion on it. So. I mean, the truth is, a lot of business will say certain things, and they will carry that certain things as much as you would refuse to believe it, and then in the end, whatever they say might not turn out to be the truth. Just saying,
Yeah, Davidoff did that with those avos, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I haven't bought any avos.
That means you can't trust Davidoff at all.
I can't trust avos. Just look at what Alvo Jr. did.
Sign your box.
You'll sign your box if you buy a 5-pack. But no. But I can honestly tell you I haven't bought any avos since, so.
You mean you don't want to get Avo Jr. to make the next Legion cigar? Come on now.
I'd rather not have any cigar at all than asking him.
He's the man.
Davidoff doing the bullshit, you can't trust Davidoff at all.
I can't trust Avo.
Yeah, that's kind of selective, deciding what you're gonna trust, though.
Of course. I mean, that's just like it's not like I don't trust all DTT cigars. I don't trust Boulay.
You mean you don't think the frog juice is really made of frogs?
It's not a sweetened tip. That's what you're not trusting.
Still personal preference, right? What I try to believe, what I know. I mean, Avo screwed me over, so I don't buy Avos. Well, technically didn't screw me over. I still did buy the cigar. So.
It made you cynical.
About a minute and a half?
That made you cynical.
Call me whatever you want.
He's already cynical. He didn't make him cynical. He's already cynical.
Brush it off. Wash it off.
That's true.
I just, that's how I that specific brand screwed me over, so I stopped buying that brand. Right? Davidoff didn't have any issue. When I buy Davidoff brand cigar, I don't feel like I'm cheated. But when I buy Alvo, I feel kind of, screwed over. So I stopped buying it.
So what if they tell you that there's a Davidoff and an Avo that's all the same blend?
Ooh.
Then I'll stop buying Alvos because it's much cheaper than Davidoff. I would. There's so much. If I can buy Davidoff at half a price, I'll buy Davidoff at half price. Besides, Davidoff never said that wasn't the same blend as anything else.
But you buy Griffins.
So what?
You buy the Griffins. Huh?
I did buy the Griffin. One time and never again.
That's Davidoff's at half price.
Yeah, it was not Davidoff at half price. It's released
Yeah,
by
but then-
Davidoff, but not. Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible.
That's why it was half price. They
Yeah.
made all these cigars and they tasted like shit, and they're like, "Well, fuck, we can't put our."
It
band on
really is bad. It really is bad. I mean, a lot of brands that they release like a cheaper version of the cigar, they are somewhat good. They're somewhat close to their brand, right? But like Griffin and Davidoff are like heaven and hell.
Just like those 3x3s that when we were at Cigars Daily.
Yeah, literally
Davidoff,
that
those
would be
things were awful.
That's like the only time where Tim is like, do not even buy the cigar. I would not sell it to you even if I could.
He's like, I can't give them away.
Yeah.
Nobody wants them.
They don't even sell that in Davidoff. I went to Davidoff, never seen that cigar before.
They have those in a dispenser in the bathroom.
I went to their bathroom. They don't have those, so I would have take a few home if that was dispensing in the bathroom. But yeah, when it comes to Davidoff cigar, they usually don't disappoint me. They have a certain standard that they meet, with most of the Davidoff cigars. So I didn't have like that bad of experience in Davidoff cigar. Yes, some of the cigars is grossly inflated in price, right? Like for example, the Royals, or the some of the Zenos, and obviously the Oro Blanco, it's grossly overpriced. But that just means I smoke it less. So.
But do you think a lot of the Davidoff goes with the name being on it versus the quality that you're perceiving?
I have to say one thing is that whenever I buy Davidoff and smoke a Davidoff, one thing I'm for sure is I never had a bad draw on Davidoff. Alright, all the Davidoff I've purchased has at least that, like the quality of constructions there, right? The taste may or may not to be my liking. For example, I don't like to smoke their Churchills because it's way too strong and then way too big to smoke, too long to smoke. So I might not like that. But it doesn't mean that it's not a good construction cigar. It's not a good, blended cigar or anything like that. It just means it's not for me. So.
Hey, Joseph, I think your mic's picking up a lot of background noise.
Okay.
So, I think overall, Davidoff has provided a certain amount of quality to their cigars that justifies for me. Now, you're not gonna find every cigars for to your liking, right? So,
Yeah.
But you recognize that they are good cigar. It's just not for you. But for cigar, most important, whether or not you enjoy it or not, right? Whether or not, doesn't matter if you enjoy it or not. Construction and burn, that's very important to your enjoyment.
There's always a bad one. I mean, you've seen the tree I pulled out of my cigar, and now it's doing this.
Damn.
But
yeah, this one here just was the dud, I guess.
But that's the thing. I buy boxes and boxes of cigar from Davidoff. I haven't had one problem with it. So that's why I kind of like to buy Davidoff, because it hasn't given me that problem yet.
I think I'm gonna smoke a Davidoff next. You've already convinced me.
It's like when you buy Arturo Fuente. It doesn't really matter, except for I guess the exception of like maybe the 858s. Like they have good quality and construction, whether or not you like them or not, right? Like you know you're gonna get that premium to it.
I haven't had any problem with them yet.
I haven't either. I just mean they're more just like your basic profile of a cigar. They're not bad. I have some too.
And they roll a lot more brands than just their own too.
Yeah.
They roll a lot for J.C. Newman.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in the end, yeah, you're paying more for Davidoff, but it feels like I'm paying a little more for them to make sure the quality of the cigar is at least enjoyable to a certain degree. Like, you know, you can smoke it, it's not gonna have a horrible draw. That part of it, right? Because every cigar company, some cigar company does test their draws, right? They test their draw quality, right? But
yeah,
not every one of them. And a lot of those goes to pricing too, because if they had to hire another person to test all those cigars, it increased the price, increased the time to produce the cigars. So you end up paying more for it.
Rocky will tell you that Plasencia, you know, draw tests everything for him. Everything.
I have
like Drew Estate. When have you ever had a Drew Estate that didn't put out a train load of smoke?
I did have problem with the Plasencia cigar though. Like the Alma Fuente sometimes has really bad draws.
My thing with with Drew Estate and them having so much smoke output, I don't know if that's like a tobacco treatment that they do to it of some sort, because I've yet to have one Drew Estate that doesn't smoke like a train no matter what it is.
The smoke output has to do with the amount of oil that's in the leaf. So if you have a lot,
are they treating it with something? Because I know
Right,
on a lot of
adding
them,
more oil to it somehow.
Yeah,
they don't have to add oil to it, but if they ever dry box that cigar, oil is gonna surface out. So if they ever do that 40 to 70 treatment, I don't know if you're talking about, they age the cigar by putting into a 40% humidity to push those oil back out and then add humidity back in again. Those will actually make the oil surface, and that will actually create more smoke.
Like on the Liga wrappers, on the Liga 9s and T52s and all that, they use a tobacco wash on it to get it that consistent like color that they want out of it, the consistent hue, and so that contributes a lot of that oily, like super oiliness that you get too.
But yeah, whenever you got an oily cigar, like oily wrapper, it's gonna put out a lot of smoke because oil burn creates smoke. That's just science.
I almost have to shower after I smoke a Liga 9 because there's so much oil. I can feel it all over my hands. I can feel it on my face.
I don't have to smoke a Liga 9 to go take a bath though.
Tony just has to hang out with us, and he's like, "I take a bath. I can't do it."
I have to. I
feel so dirty.
Tony's got to take a bath because he feels so dirty after our conversations.
I know, right? I know. I'm surprised Sherry doesn't have to. Sherry, like, you know, when she had to listen to all those things, at the end of the show, she had to clean her ears because like, all those crap we put in her ears. But yeah, like we say, the oil factor contributes to amount of smoke output the cigar is gonna have. So you know, when you have an oily cigar, when you age it in a dry environment, it pushes the oil up, and that gives you a slightly more flavor and also gives you more smoke, which I highly recommend people do. I don't know why people don't do it. Now everybody's so stuck on 65%, 70%, they just won't try to put it in the 40% for like a few weeks and put it back again. People should try that. And I'm not the only one. I think Yaza does it too, so. Yaza does it too.
Don't see the need.
It's good. It makes the cigar smoke good. I don't know. It's just me. It's just me. Forget what I just said. Forget it. You know, it's your cigar. Treat it however you want it.
So with Tony, with your dry box, you put like a 40% humidity pack in it, or just nothing in there?
I have an area where I actually measure the humidity. I know that area is about 40%, so I put it in there.
So it's just a shelf or something that you throw.
Yeah, if it gets like sometimes if the air humidity is too high, I would put a fan there and just blow at it.
My house stays about 55 to 58 no matter what, so I'd have to like put a silica packet in there or something.
Yeah, like for my basement, I have a dehumidifier. That actually dehumidifier to about 55. And that allows me to leave my cigars pretty much everywhere in my hand's reach, because I know it's not gonna go over a certain amount. Right? If you don't have moisture, it's not gonna mold. That's fact.
Travis, you might need to tell Martin that you are actually rocking back and forth so he don't think it's the cigar you looking.
Say what?
What happened?
What did you say?
I missed that.
I missed that too.
Travis needs to tell Martin that he was actually rocking back and forth so Martin doesn't think it's the cigar he just smoked. I feel like he needs to grab the can.
So yeah, I mean, that, you know, however you treat your cigar, you know, it's personal preference. But I just prefer, you know, if I'm gonna have some cigars that's within hand's reach, and you know, if it's within reason, the cigar will last. And you know, majority of cigars are either in bags or in boxes with these Boveda packs, and they will just stay there for a while. So just how I do it. You know, I don't put all my cigars in humidors. So, I think like I say, some people just go over the top, make sure that they all their cigars in the 70-70 condition and stuff like that. But it's just not me.
Mine are at 63 right now, and they're doing okay.
Yeah, I mean they would. I mean, here's the thing. Leaf burns better when it's dry. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Anything above 60 is fine with me. I don't worry about anything over 60.
Right, and it also it depends on the condition too. I mean, I do, you know, the cigar that I smoke, sometimes I leave it out for a little bit before I smoke them. So especially the one that I keep in the 70-70 condition, I definitely don't want to smoke it right at 70. I want to leave it out to the room condition, let some moisture to go off, and then smoke it. You know.
Yeah, I keep mine like 63, and then I usually let mine sit for about 20 minutes before I smoke them.
Yeah. So it will actually improve smoking, you know, the burn and stuff like that. Because if your cigar is too wet, it's not gonna burn well.
But they burn hotter when they're dry, so you get bitter taste out of it, maybe.
Well, you just have to slow down, right? That's controllable.
Yeah, I don't smoke fast anyway.
Right, you just have to slow down. That's easier to control than a wet cigar.
Yeah.
So in the end, it's like what you prefer. I just find that, you know, 70-70 is just harder to burn. I tend to have to touch up a lot more. That's just me though. And again, that has to do with where you're living too. You know, different places, different humidity, different heat. You know, and people will find different ways. And I just find that 70-70 is mostly for like a walk-in humidor, something that's, you know, that big of an area where the humidity goes on and off here and there, especially when you open the door. Like a walk-in humidor, when you open the door, all this humidity is gonna come out. It's gonna drop really quickly. It might drop, you know, 5 to 10%. So, you know, it's still land at 60. But you wouldn't close it down. So, you know, that makes sense, right? If you're running into a lounge and stuff like that, 70-70 is okay. But like, I can't stress how many humidor I walk into. One of those loungy humidors, I open it up. Inside is like the corner is all mold. The corner has like a whole entire colony to say hi, you know, when you walk in there. And that's 70-70, you know?
Yeah. It's like it's 7% relative humidity outside. This thing is burning like a champ.
Yeah, it's about 68 relative humidity here right now.
I mean, if you have a really low ambient humidity, then yeah, you can make it so that your cigar is a higher humidity. So when you come to smoke it, as it dries up, you still have a good burn. That makes sense, right? But something like Massachusetts, we're usually high humidity with rains and snows and all that stuff. So, in fact, we have much lower humidity in winter. So.
Yeah, cold air can't carry the humidity, so.
Yeah, so there's no moisture. And there's no moisture, there's no temperature.
So that's why people like they don't read the little charts that they include with their winadors and stuff like that. If you drop the temperature a lot of times, you know, of course your humidity is gonna be relative to that.
Definitely. Yeah, that actually it's the same way like car tires, you know, when the heat goes up and the moisture in car tires changes and all that stuff. So same idea. So right now,
yeah, my cigars stay at 72, 60, 72 degrees, 62, 63 humidity, and they do fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, consistency, right? I mean, if you drop from 70 to 30, yeah, that's probably not good for your cigar, right?
No.
So consistency matters, especially temperature. I think temperature matters to your cigar more than humidity, right?
Yeah.
You can go lower, that's fine. But like temperature, if you go too low, it's bad for your cigar. So.
Yeah.
But overall, if you want to keep cigar long term, the lower it is, the less problem you gotta have, right? If your place is dry and cold all the time, you can leave your cigar anywhere. It's not gonna ever mold or have bugs, right? It's actually safer to go lower, because when you have higher humidity, higher temperature, that cigar is gonna either mold or have bugs.
Yep.
Right? So it's actually easier and much more manageable if you go on the lower end than the higher end. Because if, you know, for whatever reason, your area decides to have 100% humidity for the day, your cigar will be fine.
I could actually probably leave my cigars in my just out in the open at my house, because it's about 72 degrees and the humidity is always about in the 60s. So
yeah,
that's
Yeah.
like perfect.
The only reason you want to leave it in the humidor is because it kind of ages it. You know, the tray kind of help it to kind of absorb some of those cedar flavor into it. But you know, if you just like the cigar itself, it doesn't really matter if if you smoke it, it doesn't matter. Like all the cigars I have outside, I'm just gonna smoke it.
There was, Bovita packs and humidification devices. They just had a freaking cigar box with cigars in it. They left it out on a shelf or whatever.
I mean, back in the day, there was no such thing. There wasn't even a place to store cigars. They just put it anywhere, right? So, you know, if back in the day that was okay, I'm pretty sure today, yeah, even though we could do it, we don't have to. We don't have to, right? So people just leave. Back in the day, there was no such thing as humidor. Humidor was luxury back in the days, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's people look at it as an investment, and a lot of it is marketing, because they're trying to sell you something to to help you protect your investment, and they market it as such.
And I think that
it's not a cheap hobby.
A single pack of Bovita will take care of a lot of worries, because Bovita works. Bovita pack works.
That's a little side note, something that you guys might not know. Anything that's like a 5-pack or like singles or whatever, those will get shipped with Bovita for free, y'all.
Oh.
So the plug?
No, that's not a plug. That's just letting you guys know, because I did finally get in touch. Bovita finally got in touch with me, and I got all that worked out.
I will take 10.
No, you get none.
But they asked me what they're very. That is something I'll give them credit for. They're very explicit. They want to know what you're doing with it, where you're marketing it, because they don't want it being sold on Amazon or eBay or anything like that, where you can like dramatically reduce the price on it.
So I wonder if a Cigar Daily got in trouble for marketing them for 25 cents.
No, because if it's those 8 grams, you can it's like everything, there's a profit margin to be made.
Right.
So
I love these small packs. I don't know, because when I put them in my humidor, I don't like to put it in one place. I like to put it, some in the top, some in the middle, some in the bottom. And these smaller packs work better.
Those 8 grams that I've always had, that's what I do. Is like if it's a full box, I just throw them in the box.
Yeah, I like to throw them in the box and just keep it in the box and not put the box in the humidor, because if you put in the entire box in the humidor, it takes up more space than just stacking the cigars itself. So, I mean, the box are meant to be a transportation device that's gotta stay there for a while. I actually trust those boxes, unless that box is paper. Then I will worry about that later a little bit more. Like I will check the Bovita pack more often if it's paper. But if wooden box, usually they're okay. Because the wood also takes a little bit moisture. So.
Putting the box in a wine door has advantages, though. Because that box is kind of its own little humidor, its own little thing. And if you put a Bovita in the box and you put it in the wine door, you have the benefit of the temperature, but you don't have all the variation when you open the door that everything's gonna dry.
Right.
So you keep your cigars basically at a more constant humidity and still keep them cool.
Yeah, but like, you know, if I was to do that, I would need much more than Michael Wells's 2 fridges.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, that's real world problems there.
Anyways,
See, I honestly have desktop humidors in my one door.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I've got a desktop humidor in my wine door. Right at the bottom. It's just perfect.
I've got a solution for you for that, Tony, but it'll come all across as dry begging, so I can't tell you about it.
just share the cigars with everybody, and then you won't have that problem.
Yeah, right. Anyways, right now it's 11:21, so I think we're gonna end the part with the YouTube so that you guys can go even deeper into the gutter. All right. So yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. So as usual, YouTube channel episode ends right here, and like I say, I want to repeat what the giveaway thing is. Okay, so all you have to do, you don't have to be a Shadow Smokers Legion member, is to smoke a cigar safari style. I mean, I don't even think anybody is watching this past the 30-minute mark, but if you do, all right, you just have to smoke a cigar safari style, take a picture of it, and post it either on Facebook, has to be a public one where I can search for it, okay, or on Instagram, which is much easier. Just do hashtag safari style and do another hashtag the real safari style, hashtag real safari style and hashtag safari style. And it'll be really helpful if you do hashtag Shadow Smokers Legion too, so I can find it, right? And the winner will get a kit, a Shadow Smokers Legion's kit, all right?
Care package.
Care package, all right? So make sure you do that, and if I don't know if anybody would like to decrease their odds, but share this with your friends so they can do it too. Maybe your friend win it and they will share it with you. I don't know. But do that, share this information out there so we can all safari style, whatever that is, okay? If you haven't liked this video, you should, because I'm giving away stuff. Whenever I give away stuff, people should like the video, or dislike the video, I don't care. And yeah, that's it for today, and we're gonna continue our after chat and totally go to the gutter. And I will see you guys sometime next week. All right, and happy Father's Day for those people who are fathers. Have a good night, guys.